Hey guys, welcome back, and welcome back to the part 1 series of my project room makeover. Now, as you can see behind me is the bookcase shelving unit that I have already kind of made over, and right now it's just a smorgasbord of like holding fabrics and paintbrushes and just storage stuff and everything. And so everything is literally turned upside down. It's like a 360 of crafts and crap, but it's stuff that I don't want to let go of because I can use it. Like, I use all of my scraps for everything, but I've just got to get it more organized, and now it is time. I also started repainting this frame here, and I bought a cool stencil for it, but when it came in, like, I had purchased the right size and it came in this small, so I'm going to have to like blow it up or something with a light and try to put it on there. But it's a really cool stencil that I want to put on there. I'm going to do the blue, and it's just going to kind of blend it. I also have a like shelving unit that is, right now it's vertical, but I want to turn it horizontal, and I want to put like some sort of cushion or fabric over it to make it like a window bench seat. So that's one of the projects I want to do. So I'm going to kind of break this up into a few parts and video series, and I'll update you as we go. But I've got a couple of the DIYs already done, so I'll go ahead and pop those in a video, give you some update. I have a tabletop to do, the one that goes with these chairs. Actually, I have not quite done that makeover yet. And then I have like these other IKEA cube shelves that I'm not quite sure what I want to do with either. So yeah, there's still a lot to be done. This is where we are so far. So if you're interested in seeing some of the DIYs that I've done so far over this past year, different hairdos, different DIYs, then stay tuned and check out this video. It's just kind of like a compilation of a few projects that I have done. Stay tuned. Upon moving into the new house, I knew that this front room was going to be my project room, so I kind of just started hoarding stuff in here. But now that it's time to get started on it, I did paint the room. And just a little tip for you: blue painter's tape versus that green frog tape. Blue one, hands down. Look at the clean line versus the sloppy line on the green, and I painted them exact the same time, same way. Anyway, so I used my chalk paint that's on my chalk paint recipe on that other video that's on my channel if you want to check that out, and I repainted this entire bookcase. It was that dark wood before, and I just went right over it with the chalk paint, no sanding or anything, and it came out gorgeous. I love it. And some of the other details that I've started working on are like these pegboards that I gave a little makeover. I just added a little bit of gold trim to it. I use this metallic finish gold that I get from Ace. I love it. I use it on a lot of different projects, but I just popped it on some trim and popped it up on this pegboard. I wish I had 2 pegboards and maybe a thicker trim. I think I'm going to go back and redo the pegboard later. This was just a short, quick fix, something to kind of give it a little, I don't know, oomph, so it wasn't so boring. And then here's some little thrift store vases that I picked up and painted with the gold and popped in some little dollar store flowers. And then also I just wanted to make some little wall art, and so I made these little ink blots where you just fold some paper in half, throw some paint on it, and let it do its little thing, unfold it, and then you get these cool shapes. So I just found the ones I liked and framed them. And next is this chair makeover set. I picked up this table and chair set from like a Facebook ad where somebody was selling it locally, and it was like 20 bucks. I thought it was beautiful with the detail work around the legs and the table, and I knew it would be great for my project room. Now, if you get lucky, most chairs, you can just look underneath and you can unscrew it and the chairs are fine. You can just reupholster. But in my case, I wanted to redo mine, so I had some plywood that I just used one of the old chair bases as like a frame, traced around it, and made 4 new frames. Now, if you look underneath here, you can see you just go under, you unscrew it, and the chair lifts up. If it's in good condition, like this one, you could just take some fabric and recover the seat with either hot glue or a staple gun would be good. But mine, on some of the cases, were cracked or broken or busted, so it was necessary to put a new seat frame underneath. So with the new base, some new foam and batting, it's time to just add some fabric. So stay tuned and you'll get to see just a little quick way to recover some seats, or if you want to give like a fresh new dining set a makeover, this is how you can do it. Alright, so quickly I'm going to show you how to just quickly reupholster a seat if you have like chairs that you just want to recover, and you'll need a stapler and some scissors to cut the fabric with. So my staple gun here, I'm just going to put a couple of staples to get my starting point, and then you'll want to go to each corner or each side and pull it kind of taut, and then give yourself one there. Come to the other side here, pull it taut, but not to where you're getting any kind of dimples. If you pull it too tight and it gets like this, you'll get dimples as you start stapling. So you want it to be just taut, but not too tight. Staple it in again, and then to the other side. There. Flip it over just to make sure it's looking okay, and then you'll staple all the way around and then cut off all of your excess fabric. Now if you want a cleaner finish, you can also hot glue the ends down like on the previous set. They were stapled and then the edges were hot glued to prevent fraying also. And just by simply adding some fresh fabric, I mean, it's like night and day. This went from very drab to chic and fitting the aesthetic that I was looking for. Now, if you own any wicker furniture, you might notice some warping, like here where like just weight or pressure has kind of pulled it apart. Now, what I did is I just kind of pulled it taut and restapled it before I put the seat cushion back on, because the seat cushion will also help hold that taut even longer and give it more of a support. So just a quick little fix if you are working with some old wicker furniture that just needs some TLC. To give the chairs just a little fresh coat of paint, I'm adding my chalk paint mixture and a little bit of polyacrylic as a top coat to it because I want to seal them with my kids running around. Just want to make sure that they're protected from any dings. When it comes time to replacing the cushions, generally you can use the same screws, or like I replaced mine, I went with a little bit longer screw because I used a thicker base of like a wood base for the seat, so I needed to make sure that mine go through. Now you just take it and screw in all four of the sides and you flip it over, and that's it. It's as simple as that to give an old set a new fresh look. Next I have several of these like IKEA units with these little cube shelves. So for this one, I just decided to paint it with some chalkboard paint. I picked this particular color up at Target in the little paint area section, and it took about 2 coats and a couple of little touch-ups. Then I added on a little rod, as you can see, just for demonstration because I want to have a place to hang my fabrics from. And then I just use this as like a display piece for all of my sewing supplies, my fabrics, and then I'm not finished with that frame which I showed you earlier. Here is the frame which I bought the little stencil that was too small, but just to give you an idea of what I started from, it was just this old frame that was, I think, given to me from a family member that they got from those old like hotel distribution things where they get rid of all of the furniture and artwork. Anyways, so I knew it just didn't fit my aesthetic, but I wanted to make it fit, so I painted the frame gold. The mat underneath was in good condition and it was still very firm, so I just painted it white. I'm added this little pale pink stencil over it, and then I have another stencil that I'm going to do in the same denim blue chalk paint so that it's a little bit of an interactive art piece, and you'll see by the stencil when I get that in on the next one. I'll update you. Now, on the last video, on the man cave video, I showed you how I did these magazine like file folder covers using the peel and stick laminate that was in marble. So if you want to see how that's done, go check out the Home Makeover Man Cave edition and you can see that. Oh, and if you notice, I also changed my hair color, and you guys voted on that on Instagram, but as it turns out, it was a tie between ombre platinum to blue or vibrant red, so I just kind of went with the red. This is what you guys got. I hope you like it. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you liked the video. Bye.